guys, Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. Lots has happened. Just a quick chat. First of all, welcome everybody. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, like everybody, with the coronavirus going around and social distancing and everything else, my husband was laid off. And it's a struggle to apply for unemployment, but we are working through it, doing our best. And also, our town has enforced, like a lot of towns, social distancing and self-isolating and all that. So we have been home, not going out and about. We did some grocery shopping, but with underlying health issues, I'm kind of afraid to go out and about, just because of everything we've heard on the news regarding those that have underlying health issues, that you're more at a risk. So my husband has been grocery shopping and picking up prescriptions and things like that. So I've just been home, being a teacher and all that good stuff, like everybody. It's going well though. It's good. I'm bored a little bit being stuck in the house all the time, but we're doing the best that we can, like everybody else. We're all in this together, and I just pray that everybody is staying safe and staying healthy. There was an incident in my family. My mother had a heart attack, and was hospitalized, which was very difficult because she lives in another state, and it's really difficult when you have a loved one in a hospital and you're unable to go in. Obviously no visitors. So my husband and I organized with one of our kids down in Arizona to get together a care package for her and her wonderful nurse, Lexi. You nurses, God be with you, because I know you guys are all working really long hours and really hard, and I just bless every single one of you and thank every single one of you for what you're going through right now. But her nurse was a godsend, keeping us informed every day, sometimes twice a day, letting us know her upcoming things that they were going to be doing as far as her tests and things like that go. My daughter drove over in Arizona. She drove to the hospital she was at, and the nurse came down and picked up the care package and brought it up to her. And her nurse was funny. She was like, "Do you want me to tell her it's coming or keep it a surprise?" And I was like, "No, keep it a surprise." So when I was able to talk to my mom on the phone, she was like, "Oh my gosh, honey, thank you so much," because she was so bored. She's not a TV watcher, and all that was on was the news, anyway. And so we had gotten her like a word search and some books to read of stories I thought that she would like. And my mom's a crocheter, so my daughter picked her up a couple of things of yarn and a couple crochet hooks, and she was so grateful. So I'll just include a quick picture of her little care package here. So you guys can see what she received while she was in the hospital. She's home now. She is doing better. She's had tons of appointments with her cardiologist, and they want to do open heart surgery, but she's kind of nervous about that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Keep my mama in your prayers. I know that a lot of prayers are being asked of for people right now, but just keep my mama in your thoughts and your prayers. I'm worried about her, and she doesn't want travel. She didn't want me to come down because of the virus. She's super susceptible. She doesn't want me with my health conditions to be traveling in airports and all that, so it's difficult to be away. when someone is going through something like that. But anyway, I celebrated a birthday over the past few weeks. I celebrated a wedding anniversary with my husband over the past few weeks. Yeah, just lots has been going on, you know. We had a anniversary dinner here at home, watched a movie here at home, and just spent some nice time together, which was very, very lovely. Yeah, celebrated a birthday. He got me some nice things that he had saved up for and had hidden and tucked away, which I didn't know about. So yeah, it was nice. It was a nice time. Now to the good stuff, the crochet stuff. Yeah. So here's my calendar for March. As you guys know, I'm doing a calendar every month, and I'm counting up my yards, or not yards, grams used of yarn that I'm using every month. So for the month of March, I did really well, probably because of the social distancing. But I used 2,588 grams of yarn. Yes, I did. I crocheted a lot. I'm going to show you some finished projects, and then I'll show you some works in progress. I did a ton of sewing, but I'll do that in a separate video. I also want Donna Arsenault, the winner of my Who Guessed It video, for my elephant bookends. I did not forget about you. I have your package ready to go. I just have been terrified to go out and about, to be honest. So Monday or Tuesday next week, which is the after Easter, on the 13th or 14th, I will get that in the mail for you. And I apologize for it taking so long. But with my mom and my husband getting laid off, and the state implementing a new, not really a curfew, it's not a curfew, but it's a mandate, a state mandate about social distancing and things like that, and only going out and about when absolutely necessary. I just haven't gone to the post office yet, and I apologize, but it is ready to go, and I will get that out next week for you after Easter, okay? Okay, I apologize. Please forgive me. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff done. I, first and foremost, want to talk about one of the items that I got done. Mad Mimi at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming channel had put a call out for pattern testers, and I said, ooh, Mimi. So Laura had submitted a pattern for us to test, and I volunteered to do it, and I did it within a day and sent her the pictures of the completed and my feedback on it. But it is Mad Mimi's famous back shower scrubber. And this is it here. You use scrubby yarn as well as cotton yarn, and it's a really nice pattern. My husband wanted to use it straight away, and I wouldn't let him until I did a video, but then stuff happened. So yeah, but Mimi, Miss Laura, you did a great job on this pattern. You really did. I love it. I love it. He loves it. He can't wait to use it. So this can finally go in the shower now. But yeah, he absolutely loves it. And it's nice. It's long. You know, you can get your back. But yeah, it's a great pattern. She did a great job. So I pattern tested that for her, and that I finished that. So this is from Laura, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. It's her famous back shower scrubby pattern. I highly recommend it. I think these would be great for the charity I'm going to be donating to. I'm going to whip up some of these as well as my soap sacks, and make a bunch of these and get them to them too. So, Mad Mimi's famous back shower scrubber. So that's one item I completed. I also did more, and then I stopped doing these. Well, I did a lot more, but I'm saving some of the other ones for my Funky Fiber Friday video. But I did a bunch more of the Hat Not Hate hats. So I did, a lot of them are gonna look the same because I'm using up, you know, like a whole skein. I'm doing like I'm just pumping one out after another and just making a bunch. So a lot of them are gonna look the same. So I did 2 more, one in a littler kid hat size and one in a bigger hat size. So I did 2 more like this. And I have another 5 or 6 more, 6, but I'm gonna show those in my Funky Fiber Friday video, episode 2 later. I think probably on the 17th, I'll do that video. But I got some more of the blue hats done. And so I add that to my pile. I think I was up to what, 10, so that's 11 and 12 there. And then another finished object, which, as we all know, I'm doing 1 hat a month. I'm following Seta over at Seta's Place, but I'm not doing her calendar cal. That is the color theme. I'm doing the calendar cal, but I chose animals, baby animals. And I know some of you are following along with me. So this month for April, it's a fox. It's a fox hat. And this is the fox hat. He's got these little furry fuzzies here. And this is the fox hat. Again, the only thing different is I used crochet eyes. I did a magic circle and then crocheted eyes instead of doing the button eyes. But this pattern is also by Sarah over at Repeat Crafter Me. This is the fox hat pattern. Oops, I have a sewing thread on it. But yeah, it worked up really, really nice, really simple, very easy to follow instructions, and it just turned out really cute. So this is the fox hat pattern by Sarah over at Repeat Crafter Me for the month of April. There it is. The little fox hat. I will link the pattern in the description box below. So that is a finished object. I can't wait to do next month's. But there is that one for April. And then another finished object I did, as I announced that one of my daughters is pregnant and due September. And I'm starting to make some baby items. So I made this little baby bib. It's made out of white cotton yarn and black cotton yarn. And it's a really sweet pattern. It's just a tie. And this pattern, I'm gonna look it up for you now. I wrote it down. It is by, I hope I'm saying her name right. I will link the pattern down below as well. Kinga Erden at myhobbyiscrochet.com. She has a ton of free patterns. And there's a white one and a black one. And I got the white one finished. I haven't started the black one yet, but isn't that sweet? I call it a sheep. It's a lamb. It's a lamb pattern. And it's just so sweet. So I did this one. It was super simple, super easy, fun, worked up in a day, but it's just so sweet. So that's the little lamb pattern by Kinga Erdem at My Hobby Is Crochet. So that's another finished object. And then a while back, I had posted on my community tab, I had made an Afghan for one of my daughters, and her dog chewed it, got a big hole in it. And I'll repost the picture here. Okay, so you saw that hole, right? and I told her I would fix it for her. Well, I had a ton of other things going on at the time, and so what I wound up doing is where you see that big hole from the bigger piece, I cut the yarn on this side, and then I picked through the rest on this side. So I separated the two pieces. I did like 2 rows on the bigger piece to get it to where it wasn't like frayed or snagged, and cut that piece off and put it to the side. And then with the shorter piece that I had cut off completely, I unraveled that whole thing, unraveled it and caked it up. And attached the yarn to the big piece that I did 2 rows back. I did a surgeon's knot and connected the yarn, and then I recrocheted that. She doesn't know yet. I'm sure she'll find out now when you see it. But I fixed the blanket. I fixed it, and you will, oh, this is the bottom end. So this is not the end that I finished. So I washed it, got it all done. But you would never know, this is the side I fixed. From this orange stripe up is what I fixed. You would never know the dog chewed that big hole in it. It's perfect. I fixed it. Look at that. From that orange, you can see the 2-tone orange here where I started it and fixed it, because these stitches have been used and worn and stretched out where these are tighter, but it doesn't even matter because it's perfect. And you'd never know that dog chewed that massive hole in it. And all it really lost was like 4 rows total of yarn, because that's where I had to cut and that's where it was all snagged and torn up. So it's as if the hole never happened, and she's going to be thrilled that it's done. Yeah. So I fixed that blanket. Finally, I got around to getting it done. That's what being at home does to you. It keeps you productive. Catching up on all those whips you have sitting around, right? But yeah, I was super happy to get this done. So next time I see her, or maybe I can mail it to her, I have so many threads, loose threads floating around because I've been doing so much sewing. But yeah, she'll be so happy to have this back. It's fixed, it's like new, and it's done. So that's another completed object. So that makes me happy because I had so many blankets in the works, you know, and that's one down. Then my beautiful husband, who I was making the corner to corner for, guess what? I finished that one too. I finished his corner to corner. It's all done. It's completely done. And then for the border, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do on the border. So I had bought 2 more skeins of the yarn because I wasn't sure how much more I would need. Remember, I was all excited because I was able to buy yarn. This is all I have left. That's it. 19 grams. That's it out of those 2. So I'm glad I wound up buying 2. Yeah, that's it. That's all the yarn I have left after finishing his blanket. And then for the border, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to do like expand it big or just do a simple basic border. Well, when I finished the actual blanket and saw how much yarn I had left, I'm like, simple and basic it is, because I'm not buying another skein of this. So I followed Krista at the Secret Yarnery. I followed her pattern for a simple basic corner to corner blanket border. And it turned out really cool. I just kept going in the order of the color on the skein. This doesn't blend, but I kind of like the way that turned out. It just turned out really cool. So I just did this all the way around. I followed her pattern and he loves it. As soon as I finished it, he's been snuggling with it, watching movies and things like that. So yeah, it's done. So that's 2 blankets done now. So happy. And of course he's happy. He's so happy to have it because it's not real heavy. It's a lighter blanket. This is the 3rd Afghan I've made him. One of them's really heavy. It's a heavy, thick. And then another Afghan I made him is made out of blanket, that Bernat blanket yarn. And this one is more of a lighter. This is one he can use all spring and all summer. So this is just, he's happy to have it. I had to go pull it off him right now to show you guys it in a video. But you'll see that my border is 2 different colors because I just followed the skein and he don't even care. He loves it. So it's lighter on like half and then see, there's the color change. It just goes into the dark and I was able to use up those 2 skeins too, except for that 19 grams, which this will come in handy on one of my hats I make. It'll be stripes or something, so nothing goes to waste. So this one is done too. My corner to corner, boom, done. So happy about that. And then as far as crochet goes, those are all my finished objects. I did a lot in March. April, what is today? The 10th. All I've really done today, or this month, is fixed the blanket for my daughter. Took 2 days to do that. I did some, like I said, 5 or 6 Funky Fiber Friday projects. So I'm not going to show those today. So I did get those done. And then the fox hat. And then I've been sewing mostly. But here are my other 2 works in progress right now. These are the only other 2 works in progress I have going on currently as far as crochet goes. So my temperature blanket, which will be a work in progress all year. But the only day I don't have on here yet is Thursdays for April. There's where March ended, and this is April. I have 1 more row to go for April, and I'll be caught up. And it's this color right here. I got it attached, but it's not ready. But here is January, February, March completed. So January from here down, February from here to here, and here is March from here to here. Look at all the blues. It's getting warmer out. But yeah, this is my temperature blanket, and this is how it's looking so far. Coming along very nicely. I'm loving the blues and the purples. It's looking good. I'm loving the colors. So this is my temperature blanket in the works. This is a fun one to do. I notice some days I don't get to it. So like 2 or 3 days will pass. Oh, one of my hairs. That doesn't belong there. As the days pass, it's just fun to see this grow and the colors working up. But I love this. I love the blues and the purples and the pinks. It's just fun. It's fun to see the progress of this. So that is my temperature blanket. That's one of my works in progress. And then my other work in progress, it's not going to look like much right now. But this pattern is by a young lady here on YouTube. I discovered her. One of my boys asked me to make him a baby Yoda. A baby Yoda. So this pattern here is, ooh, I just wrote it down. Where is it? Let me find it. Oh, here it is. Custom Comfy Crochet by Dawn Marie. This is her, I think she calls it Baby Alien, inspired by Baby Yoda. But this is custom Comfy Crochet by Dawn Marie. It's a video tutorial, and this is what I have done so far. It's his head. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big, like, I think 1.5 feet. So it's not like a little baby Yoda. It's gonna be a good sized baby Yoda. And the pattern is nice. She's easy to follow along. She's easy to understand. It's a video tutorial. And I am just using my scraps and weighing them. But I hope to be done with this soon. He's really excited to get this. So what I've been doing is, as I'm doing I'm writing down the directions as she says it on the video, so I don't have to keep going back, because sometimes our internet goes out. So, and I don't want to use up too much internet anyways, because now that the kids are learning online school at home, I try to save as much of the data for that. So I watch it through and I take the notes and write down the pattern. And yeah, so I wrote down all the way through his head and his ears. And then it's a 2-part video, I think. That's the first video. And then the video number 2 is all about the body and the arms and anything else. So yeah, I'm having fun working it up. We selected this color. He chose, let me show you. So, oops, stuck on that. But I got the brown for the eyes. I'm using buff for the jacket. And then also this for like the scarf. So it'll be cool when it's done. He's very excited to get it. He every day he'll ask me, how much more of the Yoda did you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm up to row 19 now. But so working on a baby Yoda. It's gonna be a good size. I can't wait to finish it. It'll probably be the same size of the moose I made. So that's just that. And so yeah, those are my only works in progress right now. I'm gonna concentrate on the Yoda and get that done. Of course, my temperature blanket. And I will probably do some little projects in between, but working on those blankets and getting those done, and then all those hats and stuff, and the fox hat, my wrist, I broke out in my rash, and then my wrist started hurting real bad. So I took, let me see how many days, 1, 2, 3, I took 4 days this month already off from crocheting, and I did sewing. So that video will be coming up next week. Plus I already had some sewing projects from before, so I will show those items as well. Okay guys, I think that is everything for now. I hope everyone is doing well. Please stay safe. Social distance as much as you can, especially those of you with underlying health issues. I literally have been praying for the entire world every single day. We will get through this. I know we will. I know it's scary with job losses and layoffs and things like that, you know, but stay positive, think positive, pray, power, strength in numbers. We'll get through this. We will. We'll get through this together. I love everybody. I'm thinking about you all, and looking forward to brighter and better days. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you joining me and spending a little bit of time here with me today. And until I see you again, happy hooking, happy sewing, happy crafting. Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Bye-bye.